Welcome back. Now, the City of Johannesburg multi-party coalition wants Mayor Mpho Phalatse removed. This follows the removal of City Council Speaker Vasco da Gama last week. He was accused of interfering in tender procurement and being biased in the council. The minority parties are accusing Phalatse of failing to fulfill her duties as mayor. They briefed the media earlier today, and Heidi Giokos was there covering that story. So, Heidi, once again, we find those two elephants fighting and the grass obviously being the one that suffers. Now we're seeing all of this power struggle within the City of Johannesburg. So what happens to service delivery?
Yes, exactly. So I think what's important to highlight here is that it is the minority opposition party. So it consists of a number of parties, which include UDM, AIC, the Good Party, Al Jamar as well. And they have come together to basically say that they are not going to tolerate the threats and intimidation by the DA. And this comes after the Speaker of Council, Vasco da Gama, was removed last week. So the minority opposition party is saying that just because they decided to vote Vasco da Gama out, they should not be threatened and intimidated. They've also alluded to the fact that the DA is not doing what they are supposed to be doing, which is providing basic services to those within the City of Johannesburg, and they are playing politics. They've also indicated that there are a number of legal battles at play here. A number of people have been suspended because of the decision to vote Vasco da Gama out. There are a number of people that have been removed from council because of this. And what the minority parties are saying is that rather focus on service delivery and focus on what you're supposed to be doing as the DA in the City of Johannesburg, instead of trying to intimidate and threaten people and not allowing people to practice their constitutional right by saying, we disagree with this individual, this is why we feel as though this individual should not be in this particular position. I want us to perhaps listen to what the minority parties said today with regards to how politics is at play here and not service delivery.
We are here today because of the bravery of the PAC in sponsoring the motion. A one-seat party, as we are called in council, advanced a motion, and to everyone's surprise, it passed. I salute our leader, Councillor Nkonko. He's here today. He'll speak on that motion, for bringing that historic motion to the City of Johannesburg. That motion has brought the arrogant giants, the so-called big parties, to their knees. That motion, for the past few days, has caused this city and the nation as a whole to come to a standstill. The role of minority parties in this country has just been revived. The role of the minority parties in this city has just been restored. And we thank you, all the minority parties that are here, for supporting that motion. Not only you, we also thank the ANC and the EFF for choosing to do the right thing and support the motion. We have decided as minority parties sitting here to suspend our political pettiness, to rise above our own political selfishness, to bury our own political resentment and superficial ethnicities, for once to focus on the residents of the City of Johannesburg, the 6 million residents that have no energy, that have no water, that have no roads, whose streets are dirty, whose children cannot go to school because they don't have money, they don't have work, who have been impacted by COVID, whose parents, some are orphaned, no one is looking after them.
And I mean, if we're honest, Heidi, the DA will need these minority parties to be able to continue governing in Johannesburg. But they've already said that they want to table a motion of no confidence against the mayor.
Yes, and it's an important point you highlight, the fact that the DA does need the minority parties. And this is why we have a coalition government in the City of Johannesburg. But it just seems as though nobody can really sit around a table and provide basic services and actually get the job done and get the services done. It just seems as though there's a tussle of power here, and you know, this political party wants their leader in this position. So what's interesting is that the minority parties have indicated that they will be tabling a motion of no confidence against City of Joburg Mayor Mpho Phalatse, most likely by Wednesday. So this is quite fast. This is something that we've also heard from the ANC, though, when we did speak to Greater Chair Data Morero on Saturday. He did tell us that they are not satisfied with the DA's performance in the city, and they feel as though somebody else should come in. Who that person is going to be, from which political party, that is going to be interesting. But at the end of the day, you explained it very nicely in the beginning, where you said it's the two elephants and the grass at the end of the day is the one suffering, and that's the citizens. Because if we're really honest and frank, the city is not in the greatest conditions. Street lights are not working, potholes, water, electricity, and these minority parties have alluded to the fact that, for example, the mayor said she would address the issue when it comes to the electricity crisis in Soweto, and that still has not happened. And you've seen Soweto Parliament today attending this minority parties meeting to say, what's the situation? Is this mayor ever going to come and address us and perhaps provide a solution, or just have a frank conversation about a way forward? So service delivery at the end of the day is a huge problem, so we'll have to wait and see what happens on Wednesday.
Heidi Giokos with that report. Let's leave it there for now. It's going to be an interesting couple of days with regards to that. Those minority parties saying that they're willing to listen to the ANC.